You will hear 5 short extracts in which people are talking about hotels they stayed in. For questions 19 to 23, choose from the list A to H what each speaker says about their hotel. Use the letters only once. There are 3 extra letters which you do not need to use. You now have 30 seconds to look at part 3. Speaker 1.
I had an okay time at the hotel, though I'm not sure that I'd book it again. I think I'd rather go for something a little nearer the centre. I got the impression that maybe it was under new management. Someone told me that it had been run by the same family for years, but now a new team had taken over. Anyway, some of the people they had working there seemed a bit out of their depth, to be honest. It should all be part of the training, like they didn't always know the answers to questions, even quite basic things about the facilities, meal times and so on.
Speaker 2.
It seemed quite expensive for what it was. We didn't eat in the restaurant, for example, because although it was pricey, the menu was quite ordinary. The website talked about the amazing gardens, but they weren't anything special, just somewhere for the kids to play football. It was handy to be near the centre, it's true, not having to catch a bus or taxi, but just wander down. On the other hand, we were on the 4th floor, and I do think you could reasonably expect there to be a lift, such a basic facility. Still, the staff were friendly enough and did their best to make us feel at home.
Speaker 3.
We were recommended the hotel by some friends who'd once stayed there. They weren't to know that the place was being completely rebuilt this year. The noise was dreadful during the day, so lunch in the restaurant was out of the question. That was no loss really, but some other things were shut all week, like the gym and the swimming pool, which we might have used. Anyway, the kids were happy enough being so close to the beach. I don't think they even noticed the building work, and the staff did what they could for us. I think it'll be a nice place once it's all finished.
Speaker 4.
It was very smart, really well run, and everything was just right as far as I was concerned. I had a lovely big room with a balcony overlooking the gardens. The atmosphere was very quiet and restful, just what I wanted. I was certainly pleased that there didn't seem to be any couples with young kids there. I don't think that's who it's designed for, actually. The staff were helpful and friendly, and I quite liked the food in the restaurant, although it wasn't particularly adventurous. I took a taxi into the city one evening to try one of the restaurants there, and that was pretty good.
Speaker 5.
I spend so much time staying in hotels around the world on business that I hesitate to use them for my own holidays. I find it hard to relax properly in a place that reminds me of my job. But this place was so unlike the typical city centre hotel that it was great. We spent hours wandering around in the gardens, which were so peaceful and shady. We didn't use the restaurant, which looked very formal, but had the staff bring us meals in our room. There were several families with kids staying there too, and I think they made good use of the pool and play area, though we didn't use those facilities ourselves.
Now play the recording again. That is the end of part 3. Now turn to part 4.